I'm going to say something a little bit in your face. If you are a real estate agent and you are not getting leads from your YouTube channel, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably because you haven't fully committed to doing it. Sure, you've dabbled, you've made videos, you've posted them. Maybe you were consistent for a little while, but you didn't see immediate results. And so you thought, this isn't working. And you just threw up your hands and walked away and moved on to the next shiny object, whether that was reels or stories or TikToks. Are you feeling me? Because we all do it. We all do it. We try something for a while, and if we don't see immediate success, somebody else says, oh, I'm having great success with TikTok. So we jump on that bandwagon and we try that for a little while, but then that doesn't work for us either. Listen, let's just stop it. Let's stop going from thing to thing to thing to thing. Let's just pick one thing and commit to it. I want you to commit to YouTube for 90 days. I want you to give it your all for 90 days and just look and see what happens. I made one video a week for one platform, and that was YouTube. I wasn't making reels, wasn't making TikToks, I wasn't doing stories. I made one long form video every single week on YouTube, and my business exploded. I ended up building a team. I made ridiculous amounts of money. I had opportunities open to me like, hey, come and speak at our annual conference and come speak at NAR, and you travel all over the country talking about YouTube. Like, YouTube has literally given me the business of my dreams. And it was because I committed to one single platform. So I want to challenge you. This is the exact plan I would make if I had to start YouTube all over again. For the next 90 days, I want you to commit and give it your all and just look at what it does for your business. So are you with me? Are you going to commit for 90 days? Because I'm going to give you the plan. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, but nobody can make you do it but you. You have to decide that this is worth doing. So if you're not happy with where your business is now, what have you got to lose? It's 90 days. We can do hard things. We can do anything for 90 days, right? And while it's not hard, it's not grueling, it's not difficult, it's actually a lot of fun. When I'm filming these videos, this is fun for me. This is not work. This is very enjoyable and fun. Yes, it takes consistency and it takes a lot of things, but like, it's not exactly climbing Mount Everest, okay? So we can do it. Are you with me? 90 days. Who's in? Tell me in the comments. Let's go. So why 90 days? Why is that the magic number? Well, 90 days is enough to start building an audience and to really let the YouTube algorithm know what our channel is about and who we are trying to attract with it. When you are inconsistent, YouTube's like, oh, did we make a video this week? And it's been, what, 2 months since the last one? You're going to have to prove that you're worth me showing you to anybody else. Like, we really have to kind of prove ourselves a little bit to Google and YouTube. Google owns YouTube, if you didn't know. And we got to prove ourselves by showing up consistently and putting out a consistent message. And when it sees you doing that over and over again, you start getting more views. And so this is actually a very good thing, because at the very beginning of your channel, when you don't know what you are doing, I don't really need 1 million people seeing my video and saying, wow, you really suck, right? We want to practice when we are small and inexperienced without a huge audience. But the more you practice, the more you show up, the better you get. That's when your videos start getting more and more views. And by then, we don't suck anymore. We're actually quite a bit better because of the sheer repetition and the practice. So 90 days seems to be about the magic number for when it really starts to take off for you. And 90 days was when I got my first lead. When I started making videos, one video a week consistently, the 90-day mark was when I got the first person that called and said, hey, been watching all your videos. We're going to sell our house and move back to Florida. Will you come list it for me? And I said, well, yes, I will. Did they interview anybody else? No, they did not. Did they list it with me on the spot? Yes, they sure did. That was the first come list me I had ever gotten in my entire career. And I think I'd been in real estate about 13 years at that point. So after that moment, it was like, holy cow, I am onto something. The next lead I got was also come list me. So for those of you saying that YouTube only works for buyer leads, no, that is not true. So here's what you're going to do for these 90 days. Now, first, your channel has to have a focus, a specialty, a unique target audience, somebody that we are trying to speak to, not everybody in the entire area who wants to buy or sell. So if you haven't done that yet, there's a resource in the description box below. I need you to download that and go through that exercise first, because none of this is going to work if your channel is super broad and it is based only on the area that you service. If you live in Peoria, Illinois, and your whole channel is about real estate in Peoria, Illinois, that's not going to be enough, and none of this is going to work. So download that resource first, go through that exercise, decide who your channel will be about, and then pick it up right here. So week number 1 is going to be what I call an authority video. You're going to expose a common mistake, a common misconception, something that you see over and over again that people get wrong. You're going to correct this misconception and tell them in the video what the real truth is. You are going to be a little bit controversial, a little bit polarizing. You are saying something that goes against everything that they thought was true, and you are stating the opposite. So we're going to tell them what this common misconception is, and then we're going to tell them what the truth really is. And you're going to do it in a way that is very calm and collected, and you're friendly, and you're showing them that you are competent, that you are a great realtor in your area. You know what the heck you're talking about, but you are going to be a little bit polarizing. So let me give you an example of what this looks like. I did a video where I said price per square foot means nothing. And when I first moved to Savannah, now I had been doing BPOs and REO listings in Northern California. I was very good at valuing a property and telling the bank, when you have to sell it, this is what it's going to sell for. I was very competent in doing a market analysis, a full BPO, not quite an appraisal, but somewhere between the two, telling them what the house was worth. And then I moved to Savannah, and over again, I would hear people saying price per square foot. And I said, please tell me that's not how you do a CMA. Like, you don't really say your house is 2,000 square feet and therefore it should cost this much because this is the price per square foot. Please tell me that that's not what you're doing. So I made a whole video about it. And I said, if you are interviewing agents to list your home and they are telling you what your home is worth based on price per square foot, you need to run the other way. So did I ruffle a few feathers with that? Probably. But you know what? It's the truth. This is my opinion. And I feel that anybody who just says your house is worth this much based on price per square foot, unless it's a new construction and all of the houses have the exact same features, and even then that's not true, because how many people get upgrades and how many people didn't, but it's the same floor plan. Like, I don't believe that that's a good way to come up with a value. So that was what my video was. That positioned me as an authority, and I could tell them all of the reasons why I thought it was a bad idea, how I know it's a bad idea, what my value of this house would be based on my BPO versus what somebody else would say based on price per square foot. And then let's go look in the MLS and see what it actually sold for. Oh, look, I was right, not them. So it's a really good way to position you as an authority just by challenging the norm. So that's week one's video. Week number 2 will be a possibility video. What would life be like after you accomplish your goal? So let's say that this is a channel for sellers, which is why the previous example would be relevant. And then the possibility video could be how Susan sold her house for $50,000 over asking without a price reduction and without professional staging. And then you're basically just telling a client's success story. You're telling, this is what she did. This was what she wanted. These are the problems that we overcame. This was the end result. Everything was fabulous. So you're telling a story about the wonderful thing that happened. You're making the client the hero of the story. You are not the hero of the story. The client is the hero. You are the trusted guide. When you position it so that the client is the hero of the story, it doesn't come across as bragging. It's not like, I'm so great, I'm the best realtor ever. They are the hero of the story. You were just along for the ride, giving them all of the advice that made all of this possible. It comes across in a much more humble way versus like, I'm the best realtor in town and you should just listen to what I say. Then comes week number 3. Week number 3 will be kind of a how-to tutorial sort of video, an educational video. You're going to figure out, what does the seller want to know and how can I teach it to them so that they feel empowered that, yes, this would in fact be a good idea to sell my house right now. And it's very, very important in this video to use a keyword that is searchable, something that people are typing into the Google search bar or the YouTube search bar. So you're going to want to get a keyword research tool. It really doesn't matter which one you use. They're all pretty much the same. They're just different prices. I like Keywords Everywhere. I feel that it's extremely affordable. The bronze plan, I think, is $8 a month. Very, very affordable. Lets you go and type in, this is the phrase I think they are searching. And it will tell you how much search volume on a monthly basis is there and how much competition is there. Because we want something that has a good amount of search volume, but doesn't have a lot of competition. If you are searching sell my home fast and it says that the competition score is, 0.98, that's on a scale of 1 to 100. It's got a 98 out of 100. That is extremely competitive. We don't want to make a video with that keyword. But is the keyword sell my home in Phoenix fast? And that one's, they say the competition is only, 0.18. Okay, that's great. That's 18 out of 100. Much, much, much lower competition. We don't want to use something where it's so competitive that we will never rank for it. We will never show up in the search results except on page 172. Now, the call to action at the end of these 3 videos is going to be watch another video. So if you already have videos on the channel, even if they're older, that's fine. We're going to say at the end of the video, watch this video next. We want to create a binge watching session. We want them to consume as many of your videos in one setting as we possibly can. If you don't have any videos on your channel now, you might even consider posting 3 videos all at the same time. You can make the first one public and the next 2 unlisted, but video number 1 says watch video number 2 next. Video number 2 says watch video number 3 next. The idea is that we're going to create one single session where they can watch a bunch of videos back to back. And then video number 4 is going to be a how-to on steroids. This is going to be one where we are going in for the kill. We are trying to get the lead. We are going to teach them your exact plan for listing and selling over the asking price, for staging on a budget, for accomplishing something that they want, and how you do it that might be a little bit different than what other people do as well. And the call to action at the end of this video is contact me. I want them to either go to my website and fill out a form where they give me their name, email, phone number, home address, or they're going to pick up the phone and call me. They're going to schedule a time to talk to me. So you could say something like, if you're thinking about selling and you want to know what your home is worth, I have done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of BPOs and CMAs over the course of my career. I would be happy to do one for you completely free of charge. Just fill out your information with your home address so that I can do this for you. The link is down below. So you're telling them the action that you want them to take. And it's very specific. It's not just call me if I can answer any of your questions. It is fill out this form, give me the house address, I will do a BPO for you. And when they fill out that form and it gets sent to you, it would be a great idea if you immediately responded and said, I will get to work on this right away. By the way, is there anything that you've done to your house since you bought it that is not reflected in the tax records? Did you finish the basement? Did you put in a pool? Have you done a major kitchen remodel? Like, tell me anything that you've done to your house that would add to the value that I can't see in the tax records. And hopefully they will respond back and it gets the conversation going long before you've even started on this BPO. You're now having a conversation with this person. And you can start saying, so why are you thinking of selling? And asking all of your qualifying questions while you do. So those are the 4 weeks of videos you will make. Now, how do you structure each video itself? I want you, if there is a Bible nearby, I want you to put your hand on it and raise your right hand and say, I will never start a video by saying, hi, I'm Karen. I'm a realtor in Savannah, Georgia with XYZ Brokerage ever again. When you say that at the beginning of your video, what they hear is, hi, I'm an annoying salesperson and I'm going to sell you something that you really don't want. I'm a telemarketer wearing a name tag. They don't like that. They will leave the video and they will never come back. It worked just fine in 2017. It does not work now. So stop doing it. Do not do it. In fact, I've seen people whose videos tanked if they even introduce themselves in the first 30 seconds of their video. So yes, we have to be in compliance. We have to tell them that we're a real estate licensee and who our brokerage is with, but we don't have to say it in the opening of the video. You will say it much later. So you're going to write out, what am I going to talk about in this video? What is my amazing opening hook? What am I going to say right at the very beginning that will grab their attention and make them want to keep watching? And then I'm immediately going to get into the content. I'm going to get to the point. I've watched so many videos of people where a minute and a half in, they were still just yammering on about nothing. No, get to the point. People don't want to hear you just blah, 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 blah. Get to the point. And then you can say, oh, by the way, how do I know all this? I've been a realtor for 15 years, whatever the case may be, right? You can then say all of that stuff, but not at the beginning of the video. So then we're going to give them all of this great information. We're going to open a loop and close the loop. We're going to present an obstacle and then we're going to fix the problem. We're going to create some tension and then we're going to resolve it. And when we do this over and over again, this is how you keep people watching to the very end of your video. And then we're going to get to the end. We got a call to action. So it's either watch another video or go to my website and take some action. So how do we stay consistent making one video a week? Because it's easy to say, I'm going to make one video a week. And then we get busy with work, we get busy with clients, we go on vacation, and suddenly it's been 3 weeks since we made a video and you fall off the wagon and you never get back on again. Happens to all of us. So this is the best strategy for staying consistent. Time block everything. Once a month, put it on your calendar for half an hour. I'm going to come up with ideas for what the videos will be about. And I'm just going to brainstorm as many ideas as I can think of. And then I'm going to narrow it down to 4. So week number 1, week number 2, week number 3, week number 4, those are the ones that I'm going to make. Half an hour max. It shouldn't take that long. Then the next day, let's time block half an hour. We're going to do some keyword research. What are people searching for that I could put in the title of this video so that when they search for it on Google, my video will show up in the search results. We're going to look for some keywords that tell the viewer what this video is about and will help it get in front of the right people. Because if your video says real estate market update 2025, where? Because we don't want people in California watching that video. If you live in Michigan, we need to use keywords for our area in the title of the video so that the right people watch it. Then the next day, let's time block an hour and we're going to write either an outline or a script. What am I going to say in these videos? We don't have to do all 4 videos at the same time, but we could do at least 2. What am I going to say for my opening? What will I cover in the video itself? And what will my closing be? What is the call to action that I want them to take? What exactly will I say in these videos? And we'll write that all out for at least 2 videos. And then the next day we could film. So you can film 1 video at a time. You could film 4 videos at a time. It's totally up to you. If you're going to get the lights and the microphone and get the hair done and the makeup done, I feel like you ought to take advantage of that and do more than 1 video at a time. So for example, today I am recording 3 videos back to back because why not? But if you just want to do 1 at a time, that works too. And then here's the most important part. You put it on your calendar and you do not cancel it. So if someone says, oh, can we go see houses on Thursday morning at 10? I said, oh, I'm sorry, I already have an appointment at that time. Could we go at 2 in the afternoon? Because I filmed on Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. I waited until the kids went off to school and my husband went off to work. And then I recorded on Thursday mornings when the house was empty and there were no distractions. And I did not cancel it because I get so many leads from my YouTube channel that this is lead gen time. This is the same as cold calling or door knocking or doing an open house. This is lead generation if you're doing it right. And I do not cancel my lead gen time for anything except very, very extenuating circumstances. And if I'm going to cancel it, I'm going to move it to another section of the same day, or I'm going to do it the next day, but don't do that regularly, because the more you do it, the more you teach your brain that it's not really important. And so it doesn't matter. Nope. This is of utmost importance, because when you do this right, this will bring you so many leads and so many clients for years to come that it would be stupid of you to neglect it. So we're not going to neglect it. We're going to put it on the calendar, and we are going to protect that time with all of our might. So if I had to start my channel over again from scratch, this is exactly what I would have done. And it probably would have been a lot faster and a lot better, because now I would have all of this guidance and I wouldn't have made nearly so many mistakes. But don't worry so much about what your backdrop looks like and what your microphone sounds like, and is the lighting all perfect? Yes, those things help, but my earliest videos had terrible lighting, terrible sound, and not much of a backdrop at all to look at. And I still got a crap ton of leads from those videos. So that's not why anybody was calling me, and that's not why the videos were successful. You can get better at that stuff over time, but it's not important right now. Right now, it's important for you to make really good content that they want to learn, so that they can have the opportunity to call you. So if you're ready to stop dabbling and actually start getting clients from YouTube, I dare you to do this for the next 90 days. Commit, give it your all. Download my resource that will help you choose a specialty for the channel, and then go for it. Do not give up. Do not get discouraged. Keep at it and report back and tell me how it goes.